Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another Enter the Gungeon tier list from me, the guy who's called Retromation. I've done 4 lists now. Best items, best guns, hardest to easiest bosses, and best characters. Today is the first one that is going to be so entirely subjective from start to finish. Like, this is just like a character design preference list. I don't know why. This one was unbelievably frequently requested. I thought I covered all the main bases, but nope. NPCs. There's links in the description for all the other tier lists, but we're going to get right into it. This will probably be, I know I said it with the last one, but this is probably for real the final tier list before we start our Mod the Gungeon series, hopefully this weekend, which is going to be very exciting. But let's pop into it here. We got all kinds of stinkers to rate. It's subjective to the extent. We got Banger Supreme, Banger, Neat, Less Neat, and Duke. We'll start right here. This torso is for Sinner Grace. I mean, we'll obviously slightly tie in their function. Obviously, we'll be tying in their function as part of it. We'll also be doing their character design, which you can't, like, she's one of the only few ones that you, like, can't really see at all. But, yeah, you know what? I'll say Banger for now. And it might just be because I kind of like the, I really like the arcade theme. Maybe Banger Supreme. I like the arcade theme, the visuals of her room. Her color palette's kind of fun. I love, obviously, synergy chests are great. Does she give a good value? Not really. And the music theme of the arcade is banging. Absolutely love it. So Banger Supreme. I'd say upper Banger maybe. We'll see. Cell creep. I mean, this is also kind of Aghanim, right? Right? But I'd say, you know, I love the function he provides. There's nothing quite like getting to actually sell your garbage that you don't want. I'm gonna say he's neat. He's kind of got some goofy text line. He just gives you the little smiles and stuff, the ... and smiles. I like him. I like the value he provides. He's aight. He's aight. We got, okay, the Lost Adventurer, a.k.a. Lonk. You know, I'm always happy to see this NPC because it's just one of the few that's just like a straight-up free item. So I'm going to say Light Banger. Light Banger. Exciting-wise, you know, like, pretty nice design. I like, obviously, Legend of Zelda referencing everything like that. Text and everything. A little pretentious. Not my favorite design. Design's not bad. Not bad, like the referencing. I can't remember. I think that there might be a music theme for them. Or, I'm not super positive. They're cool. Daisuke. I need to do you later because I just am not so sure, per se, if I love you or hate you with every fiber of my being. You know, I'm just not quite sure. We silently threw Goopton up to Banger Supreme. He is S tier. He is great. I love his theming. I love the items he provides. He's got a wonderful collection of curios. And I love the whole theming and the fact that you can get the sponge to figure out what he's saying. And he's just a nice guy. He's just a nice guy. And by that I mean, look at him. Also, he gives you duct tape, he gives you membrane, he gives you Gundramida strain. What more do you want? I mean, what more do you want? Blacksmith, I think she's up there in that Banger Supreme tier as well. I'm pretty into her style. She provides you with some of the biggest, like, lore moments in the game, and I don't know. She keeps on hammering away at that unfinished gun forever. She turns Ruby Bracer into a better weapon or a better item. Not much better, but better. She's cool. I like her. Gives you the blow that can kill the past. Pretty important. Vampire. As far as items she provides in the, like, services in the game, I'd say she's up there in the Banger Supreme tier as well. But I think she's maybe just Banger. I think we might need, like, less tiers. Because I like everybody. So I'm just having a hard time putting anybody near Duke. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. You know what? Let's just delete the Duke tier. How about that? Delete the row. Boom. Can you believe it? There's no Duke NPCs in the game. Chork, you know, kind of like that Nuclear Throne vibes. Once again, I love what he provides. I love his room setup. He's got a great leather jacket. His truck is great. I'd say banger. Banger, but better than The Lost Adventurer. Not quite better than Cindergrace. I love the theming and everything. You know what? I'm going to do that. Sue me. Old Red. I mean, he's got a great joke for a name. He provides some cool equipment. Like, as far as what he provides, I'd say, yeah, he's up there. Probably the Banger Supreme tier. A lot of these, the ones that provide you items in the actual Gungeon themselves, provide some very good items on average. So, like, they're very fun to get, fun to see. I have very good feelings when I see their sprite because I'm like, hey, that means I get good items. So I'm just getting good vibes thinking of him, but if I'm rating him against the others, above Chork, no, he's like right here. I like the I'm a sucker for the old forgetful type. I think he's great. Old Red is a name. Yeah, I mean, like, boom, I'm sold already. Vampire. As far as service in the game, Banger Supreme tier. As far as character design, neat tier. So I'd say, like, bottom of this. So I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Service in the game, I feel like, makes me think a little bit higher. Turbo. I can't say anything bad about Turbo since Turbo has literally said my name in the video game after they coded the thing where they sent out messages to creators in the game. He's the only Gungeon character who knows who I am, so I feel like he's got to be a Banger Supreme in that sense. Tonic the Sledge Dog? I mean, Tonic the Sledge Dog. It's a great name. Turbo mode, I don't love turbo mode personally. I know some people are like, turbo mode is the only thing I can play. Oh, scoff. You know, I don't dig it. I don't dig it. Hurts my eyes a bit. It's a fun mode, but it just makes me feel a little queasy sometimes. So I'm just not for it. But I love Tonic the Sledge Dog. You know, great referencing. Cool visual. I like his color palette. He changes colors too. I'm into it. Mending Patches. It's not fair. They're a twofer. Some of these got split into two because I literally just saved all the pictures from the wiki, and these are the only ones that were the same unit effectively. I guess it's because when you talk to them, you're talking to both of them at the same time. Otherwise, some of the other characters, you can talk to them separately. So they're a package deal. In the game, as far as function in the game, for me, I don't get value from them anymore. They're in the less neat tier. But as far as design, you know, they're about like right there. The best thing about them is, you know, I have a hard time placing anybody low. I love how they smash the jar over your head. That's fantastic. That's great. That's great comedic moments. You know what? The Goblin. The Goblin's a punk. I mean, not really. We're truly the punk. But like just to spite you and just to have somebody in here. I mean, I guess we'll probably put the Wishers there too because they basically don't exist. They basically don't exist. See them once every few hundred hours. They don't even do that much. But yeah, literally just there to get the blast helmet. So function in the game, pretty bad, I guess. Like as far as value they provide to you, very, very low. You have to interact with them like a whole bunch of times just to get one blast helmet, and they're totally reasonably snippy at you for being an absolute jerk. But you know what? somebody's got to be in the less neat tier. And this just proves that the character was written right, because I think they're supposed to make you make you not feel like you're close. Witches, I don't really know what they do. They're just witches. They're just witches. You put it in an item. I know what they do in the game, obviously. Function in the game, they're fine. You know, you put in a gun, you get out a gun. You know, hooray. It's like a gun muncher that only takes one. I believe that they upgrade it potentially. But, you know, you never see them. I'm not attached to them in any way because of that. They're just witches. They're well designed, well sprited, everything. I feel like they didn't put as much effort into them being unique characters due to the fact that they're so darn rare. That being said, so darn rare, but a wonderful impression. The old man is just great. Obviously, he's got the same referencing vibes as this Legend of Zelda style, but I love especially like the writing in Exit the Gungeon for the old man is just fantastic. He's a great old coot type, as I mentioned with Old Red. He's Old Red, I'm you, but stronger. Function he provides, you know, you get something for free. What's so bad about that? So, function he provides, great, you know? It's like The Lost Adventure, but a little bit better, because you don't even have to map the floor, not that that's even hard. I just like him. I like his vibrant red robe. Bellow. See, me and Bellow don't see eye to eye. I do like him, but we don't see eye to eye. I like to sometimes shoot, you know what? Jerk. He looks a little bit too crazy when you start shooting in his shop. Like, why is he afraid of dying so much? All the other characters, they can take it. You shoot a gun at them, they're like, nice try. And then Bellow's just like, all right, I'm gonna shoot you upset me by shooting a bullet or two in my shop. Now I am going to unload about 1,000 bullets into my shop. What's the point? I'm not, you know, what are you doing, Bellow? What are you thinking? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, not thinking that one through, because it's not even just shooting at him, it's shooting anywhere in the shop. I don't know, I got a vendetta against you, Bellow. I got a vendetta against you. Resourceful Rat. As far as speech, like, he is an NPC, because in the game, well, obviously he steals your stuff. I mean, but I like it. He's got some, you know what? He's got some moxie to him, at least, you know? He steals your stuff, so that sucks. I guess that's a function of him as an NPC. He also does provide you items to purchase when you're using the elevators, which is when you're doing that is a very helpful thing, but he's just like, function in the game, obviously negative. But his backstory and everything, I'm into. He's got, you know what? We can't rate them. We're not rating them based off that. We're rating them based off of their vibes. And I gotta say, Rat has some Banger Supreme vibes. He's one of the few characters that has character development. You love to hate him. You love to hate him. Brother Albern. Function he provides in the game. You know, you can find him in the Abbey of the True Gun. You answer 3 truths and he gives you an item. He's very frequent to find. You can find him like every single run if you want to. But I don't, because I don't go to the Abbey of the True Gun very much. I love, I love the whole jokey quiz. I'm going to put him down here. Well, I love the whole jokey quiz thing where there's no wrong answer. I'm into it. I don't even know why I put the button on here. He's literally just here to insult Bellow. All right. Yeah. I like his shtick. I like his shtick. He's got some moxie too. And then we got Cadence and Ox as 2 separate characters here. Actually, I like Cadence a lot. You know, another one of the more mainline type characters here. You know, you see her very frequently, very first NPC you unlock is Cadence and Ox. She's a little bit more on this like begrudgingly present side. Like, I can't believe I'm working a consumer-facing job in this Gungeon right now, kind of a thing. With the big old dummy Ox, you know, nice vibes, nice hair, good style. But Ox, I mean, but does she get docked points because she? I only like her because she's with Ox. I like him as a duo. I wish they were together. I feel like we'll rank them as a unit, so we'll move these. I feel like maybe very top of the banger tier. Drunkard, he gives you lore, big Dark Souls vibes, opens up the bar in Exit. I don't know, he's like one of the only, I don't know, he's one of the few NPCs that actually makes you feel like you have kind of like a companion. I don't know, he gives you like more story-based, like this is where you go to find the lore, you know? Like, but he's neat. He's neat. I like him. Tinker. Oh, same deal as Bello, honestly. He's a bit of a jerk. He needs me to go and pick him up a lot of stuff. The elevators, as far as function in the game, I don't utilize them very much. As much as that's worth. Yeah, I mean, he's not. I kind of same sort of vibes actually as him. He feels like you get some more company. All right, Rifle and the Gray Mauser, you punks. Function in the game, providing you items for completing quests. Obviously helpful to get all those unlocks. Some items are very good that you get from them. Boy, I'm still salty about how long it takes to unlock them all, though. During the Beat the Gungeon series we did, the 0 to 100% Deathless File series, we could have been done after half as many episodes if these stinkers didn't exist. So I'm going to rate them as a duo. Right there. Yeah. Bowler's great. He's great, but he's not gooped and great. One could argue that I am Bowler, so I feel like I have a claim to put him higher. One could argue this is me. So, Banger Supreme it is. He's great. He's got like a lot. He just got a lot of pep. He's got a lot of character in that small little blue body. You know, the way you find him on the chests, the way you can find him, you know, praising the sun, the way he leaves you in all kinds of notes. He leaves a lot of flavor. He leaves a lot of flavor. Winchester, I actually like. I kind of dig. I kind of dig him. He's a bit of a punk, but you get it. I think he's in the Banger Supreme. He's kind of a punk, but he's got moxie. You know? You get it. You get what he's going for. He's a con man. He's a grifter, but then you can then impress him, and that feels kind of nice. It gives you what? Does he give you 7-leaf clover too? So I mean, like, dang baby. And function in the game, pretty darn solid. Usually a good value. What have we got? Okay, Gunsling King and Manservantes. I feel like I might want to rank these separately. I'm gonna say, I know we're rating based off of Enter the Gungeon, but glow up from Enter the Gungeon to Exit the Gungeon, Manservantes becomes Banger Supreme territory, and I almost feel like I have to carry it over. Spoilers, I guess, for Exit the Gungeon if you don't want to know what happens to the characters. When you unlock them in Exit the Gungeon, you find that that Manservantes has actually usurped the Gunsling King, and he is clearly got like he's a bit of a doofus, but now he's in power. It's just great. I love the dynamic shift in Exit the Gungeon. It makes me like these characters a lot more. So therefore, I am going to rate them separately. I'm going to put Gunsling King in the neat tier, and I'm going to put Manservantes up here. And I think it's unfair, maybe, since it's rating the Enter the Gungeon NPCs, but that's okay. Manuel. You know, he feels like he belongs up here in like the kind of lore way. He's a bit of a goof. I love his tutorial in Exit the Gungeon. He's kind of like, how he just wants to have a break kind of a thing. A great achievement moment was fantastic. He's a tutorial boss. I mean, I'm into it. Have you ever seen them in the same room at the same time? Have you ever seen these two in the same room at the same time? He's like, it's like, I don't know. A little interesting there. I gotta say, old man, I like him a bit better. Blockner is very much, same vibes there, but like a little bit less. I don't know. You see him a lot less. He got less dialogue. He turns into a mini boss. I like to see him as a mini boss. I consider that very, very beneficial because his fight is quite easy as a mini boss, and he provides items for you. But truth be told, he's probably like here. I do like his hat. I like his nice shield on his forehead. He looks like a freaking what is it? One of those dang armored beetles. Daisuke. As an NPC, he's very pun-focused. Challenge mode. I have my issues with challenge mode. But I like him as an NPC. I love his design. You can kind of tell I'm more partial to the less humanoid type creatures. Even cell creep I feel like I've done dirty. Like, I'll move cell creep there. Daisuke. Man, of all the tier lists, I didn't think that this exact moment right here is what was going to be my most challenging decision yet. I think I might like him. I like him in Exit, too. He's kind of got, like, that more smug sort of vibe, and now you can blow him away with your combo. I feel like Exit the Gungeon really does... one place where Exit the Gungeon is super shown, is the whole flipping on the heads of the NPC stories, and it gives you more situations where you talk to them, you get to learn more about them. I like it a lot. It's fantastic, and I think that it makes me like Daisuke like that much. I can't believe it, but I'm gonna put him there. But that's that. I will put the link to this janky janky tier list that I made in the description. If you want to make your own, you can make it and send it. Send a picture of it in the comments, and you can tell me where I am so totally wrong if you want, and that's fine by me. It's super subjective. I could see someone having the exact opposite feeling on the list, but this, it was fun to do one that was not based off of balance. But you can check out the ones that are in the with the links in the description. But that's gonna do it for today, and that'll probably be, at least for now, the last tier list. I know people have suggested enemies. People did suggest synergies a lot, but that one is really... Like, I don't know how to do that one, really. Like, I don't know what pictures to do. It just seems like it'd be a mess, but, maybe we'll look into it, and we will maybe do those down the line in the future. Maybe we'll do tier lists for Exit the Gungeon or other games or something, because it's a hell of a lot of fun. You guys seem to like it quite a bit. I heard you loud and clear. Like, the views didn't lie that you guys were into that style. But for now, I believe we are going to be moving on to our Mod the Gungeon series. So do subscribe, because that is going to be coming up very quickly. We have all kinds of new guns, items, characters, modes, and other changes to the game in general that are... I'm not... Hear me when I say this. It is the amount of stuff that we are going to change from the base game in the Mod the Gungeon series is probably the equivalent of an entire full paid expansion pack that we never got. So it is going to be a very good time. I've dabbled a little bit with it off camera, and I am unbelievably pumped to show it to you guys. But hey, subscribe to check that out. My name is Retromation. I put out videos on roguelikes and more every single day. Extra special thank you to D-Hex, Throwbo, Nydeleric, JusticeTom, the Shogun Gun, More Than Awesome, and Semicolon P for supporting on Patreon at the Go Team Gungeon tier. Thank you, and I will see you next time.